the street popping off a timestamp. That's hard.
Damn. Nah, I'm just playing, you guys. It's way too hot for that shit. So what's going on, you guys? I just wanted to upload this video real quick, just explaining who I am, what I do, why I do the timestamps. So really quick, who am I? My name is Ari. I'm also known as AR15 on YouTube, AR15 Photo from my other channel, AR15 The Plug on this channel. As a matter of fact, hold up. I just did the timestamps for today. So let me just go ahead and, all right, so where was I? I just tried to post the timestamps again today for the last episode of Everyday Struggle, but I think they're blocking my shit again. It goes like back and forth. Like I thought they had me on a ban list, but they just randomly blocked me. So I really think it is somebody sitting behind a computer at the complex offices. After they upload this video, they got some lowly intern like really filtering through the comments to block certain ones. The more regular I do the stamps, the more, like if I fall off for a little bit and then I come back, it's not really a problem. But then when I go consistent for a few days, they block my shit. I don't know, it's really kind of silly at the end of the day that I even do it. But so why do I do these timestamps, right? So I've been on YouTube, like I was like an early adopter to YouTube. I was always looking for video on the internet. Once YouTube like really started to pop off, I was on it heavy, you know, watching gaming videos and shit like that. And then, you know, later on as I started to really take a creative career seriously, watching a lot of like creative educational videos and things like that. So, you know, as you spend more time on YouTube, you'll get distracted. Like you'll be watching an educational video and then you'll hop over to like a Philip DeFranco video, and then you'll go down the wormhole of like YouTube drama and stuff like that. And so before, like basically I started as a YouTube troll, right? Like I would just go on YouTube videos and say negative stuff, or like, you know, just kind of interact with like the negativity that is really easy to find in the YouTube comments. The YouTube comments are like the like trenches of the internet. It's like the YouTube trenches. So I would get in the trenches and interact with people and get into arguments about dumb shit. To get attention in the YouTube comments, you can be negative, and you know, that's like what you see mostly in YouTube comments, but you don't really have to be, right? Like you could say some positive shit and get people's attention and get people to interact with you. And that's really what it comes down to. All these trolls that you see under videos, they're just looking to have a conversation with someone. They're looking to interact. And so I realized that you don't really have to be negative to do that. And you know, it's not a good way to spend your time. So then I started to like really try to like almost how some Twitter accounts have like really funny tweets over and over again. I tried to start to do that to kind of just polish like my writing skills, right? And so I had this troll account where I would just write funny stuff, and I realized that, you know, the earlier you post and the more like substantive your comment is, a lot of times it'll go to the top. And it was fun because you'd get a lot of people to interact with you, disagreeing, agreeing, just laughing, or whatever it is. As I started watching Everyday Struggle, I kind of participated in the typical Akademiks is the type of guy comments, right? But even those I feel like can be a little negative, like people just really try to roast them for no reason and stuff. So I started to kind of highlight the moments where Joe would have outbursts, and I would timestamp that. And then after that I said, you know what, let me just do like all the little dope moments of the show. And then from that it went to just like basically all the topics of the show and just highlighting that, and people just really fucked with it. And honestly, I'm just like, it sounds corny as fuck, but I get a kick out of just doing nice things for people, and I like to think that I'm just a genuinely like good dude. So I would just write these little highlights, and it coincidentally happened that I was also trying to make a photography channel at the same time. So I decided to, you know, on occasion, I was never begging for subs or anything like that, right? But on occasion I would say, hey, you know, if you guys really fuck with me, because people would say, yo, let me buy you a beer, or let me do something nice, like good looking for the timestamps, you save me time. Or some people were saying start a Patreon or some weird shit like that. And so I said, you know what, instead I'm just going to ask people to sub to my channel if they want to show love or go like a recent video, right? The only problem was that, you know, Everyday Struggle is like a hip hop music sort of commentary show, and that has absolutely nothing to do with my photography channel. Now I've decided, after Complex started to like flag that channel for the comments that I was making, the timestamps I was making from that channel, and because it doesn't really like match up with that audience, I decided let me make a different channel where maybe I could just upload like off the cuff, like stream of consciousness type of videos like this. That's kind of what my idea is for this channel. And you know, going forward, I want to upload more videos on a regular basis. Unfortunately, it's taken me a while. Like I thought by 100 subs I'd be able to upload a video, but that hasn't been the case. I'm up to 185 subs, which is crazy because I have no content on this channel. I really appreciate that. I really fuck with you guys for that, so thank you so much for that. But yeah, that's kind of the idea that I have for this channel. I've been really busy. Like you could probably tell under my eyes, I'm kind of, you know, I got bags under my eyes. I haven't been sleeping really well because I've been really busy just doing stuff for the holidays, some work stuff, some video and photo stuff, and you know, planning stuff for next year, answering emails, phone calls, all that good stuff. And so now is when I finally today I actually had a shoot, and I canceled it at the last minute because you know, the money wasn't right, and it was gonna end up being a waste of my time. So I decided to cancel it. And so for the first time in a little while, I have some downtime where I could just sit here and talk into a camera and then jump on the computer and edit this video. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support and always the positive feedback and stuff. That's really why I leave the timestamps, is because I just love YouTube and I really love Everyday Struggle. I think it's like the best of what YouTube can be. You know what I mean? Like it's a perfect show for YouTube because you have the audience interaction, you have somebody like Akademiks that is from YouTube, and you got a washed up retired rapper like Joe Budden, who I really fuck with. I think he's really funny. So this show, I really relate to it a lot because my personality is kind of like right in between Akademiks and Joe Budden, right? Like I'm an old head, AKA Father Time. Some people call me Father Time in the comments, which is very appropriate because I'm old. So I kind of resonate with both of them because Ak is like a little bit younger. I'm not necessarily as old and bitter as Joe and as seasoned as he is in his game, and I'm not necessarily as naive and like sort of ignorant as Akademiks can be sometimes, even though I'm a big fan. I mean that with all due respect. So yeah, so that's basically it for me, man. I'm a photographer. I live in New York City, by the way. That's it, man. I really don't know what else I can say in this intro video. If you guys have any questions for the 1 or 2 people that might come across this video, then definitely leave them in the comments. If you want to stay in touch and you're not already subscribed, definitely hit the subscribe button and hit like on this video. And if anybody else that you know knows about the time plug, then definitely tell them to subscribe to my channel. Oh, and another thing, this video, the reason why I'm uploading this video kind of by itself, and it's kind of like, you know what I mean, I'm just sitting here in my living room, there's not a lot of production involved in this video, is because YouTube tends to prioritize certain channels or all channels that have content on their page. So that's kind of the purpose behind this too. It kind of serves a dual purpose in that if I have content on this page, YouTube will prioritize me in the comments. So if I try to leave a timestamp in the future, you guys will be able to see it. So I do plan on making more videos. I have a microphone that's actually coming in today. Hopefully today, it's shipping in today. I got a microphone, I just got to get a stand, and I got to get an audio interface so that I could connect the microphone because it's like a condenser studio quality mic. So if you guys have any recommendations as far as what audio interface I should get, I'm looking at the Focusrite 2i2, it's a really popular one, but then I seen the Steinberg, and that one looks really dope too. So I'm kind of in between those two. But yeah, if you guys have any, I know there's a lot of musicians and stuff like that watch Everyday Struggle. If you have any tips on what kind of audio gear that I can use and software too to record audio to then sync it with video, I really appreciate it. So thank you guys, and thanks for checking out my channel. Later.
Got the streets talking. Wait. Off of timestamps. That's hard. How you get the streets popping off of timestamps?